points. About to kick it away and get this season started. He'll bring it out. It's Payne. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Offense getting set for first down. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He's loose. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
This defense really needs to be careful, and they have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball, because he is dangerous in space.
That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, though.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes. If you want to shut this crowd up early, you don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football there on 3rd down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
Looking downfield, it's Leonard. Release to the back. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. So, guys, over the last few years, there have been seismic changes to college football. Realignment, name, image, and likeness. But one of the biggest changes, the transfer portal.
Yeah, and now guys that are unhappy or in a situation where they see something that they'd rather be in, now you can leave, and there is no penalty. So a lot of recruiting, Jesse, on other people's teams that go on throughout a season.
Yeah, it's 365, and it's a lot of pressure on coaches to recruit their own players as well to try to keep those rosters intact. But the transfer portal completely flips rosters upside down. One team that struggles this year, if they get one key addition, it's a team potentially competing for a national championship next season.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
No good. After the miss, no change in the score.
And just not enough leg on that kick. You see it just gets knocked down by the crossbar.
They couldn't find the uprights on that 51-yard field goal attempt, so they'll give up the football. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 34. On the ground, it's Harvey.
Tackle is made at the 37-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. To the air, it's Jefferson. Feeling some heat. On target to the left. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Yeah, and I love running my tight ends across the formation. Just big targets that I can find a way to get the football to. Nice snag, nice little positive gain for my offense.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Pittman.
to the tight end. No gain on the play. Second down.
Second down coming up. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Wants to fire on second down. Buys a little time. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Ball is free. That is a serendipitous turn of events with the fumble going out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
You start to get that offense going, start having success. You've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. He'll take it himself. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
The Knights are marching down the field. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. All kinds of running room. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The Knights will hustle to the line. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The Knights trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
No, not a lot of space down here on the goal line when you're trying to run the football. You might want to think about going to the perimeter or maybe throwing it next time.
After getting knocked back, it's second and goal from the 4. Dropping back, it's Jefferson. Quarterback adapting. Didn't put much on that one, and it's incomplete.
That's just great awareness by the defense, locating the quarterback and knowing they can't get to him. They can't get the sack. Just someone's got to get their hand in the air and knock it away.
Opening day, and might as well build a little drama with a third and goal early. From the gun, wants to pass. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Knights! They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. Having a playmaker like that can get the offense out of just about any situation.
And no doubt, he can roll right, he can roll left, he can do whatever he wants and buy time and throw the football. But you have to defend everything. You have to defend pass, you have to defend run, and you have to defend plays that aren't even called. So good luck stopping this cat.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think.
And a big play on the left sideline. Excellent awareness to get that foot in bounds.
Nice play there. And I know when you think Notre Dame football, you're thinking about running the football and all those NFL offensive linemen they have, but when you've got playmakers like him on the perimeter, you've got to be able to take advantage of him. This guy has the chance to play on Sundays. He's too good. If you've got a window to throw and that guy's out running a route, give him an opportunity.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Brings up second down. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, UCF 7, Notre Dame 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. The give on the inside. He makes the tackle at the 37. It's a pickup of 5. That's good enough for a first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Right back to the well. Open space at the 25. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible, because he'll make it happen.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
To the air, it's Jefferson. Quick strike complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. He's looking to throw. Quarterback moving. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Dances away from the heat. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Irish! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. South Carolina was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Gamecocks performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. It's one game, you don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. At the 45 on his way. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Quarterback will audible. Just steamrolling his way through. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Not just do you get to make a big play on defense, but it's also a TFL, tackle for loss. Doesn't get better than that.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, UCF! I can hear the defensive coordinator in the next booth yelling, "Wrap up! You have to wrap up!"
Bring your feet, 4 points of contact. You hear all those stuff from your defensive coaches. But you know what? Sometimes the guy's just better than you. He makes a play and gets in the end zone.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
Bangs it through for an extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here come the Irish, back on offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Second and very short here for the offense. Defense looks like they're coming. On the run, still looking. He'll fire to his right. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route.
A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're given...
They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
And come on now, O-line. You've got to take care of your quarterback. He takes care of you. He's the one who takes you to meals. He's the one that gets you those NIL deals. Everything happens through your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. That is your #1 priority.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Trying to turn the corner on the right. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Knights decide to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Looking for a block. It's Love. Slips through the line. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Based on this field position, Jesse, they need to get something on the board before the half.
And they've got to be aggressive too, Reese. They've got the weapons to attack and try to steal a field goal here.
You practice these situations all during the week. You know you got to be fast, take advantage of the clock. It's stopping, making sure you're throwing the football down the field to try to get some points.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking for a man, it's Leonard. Steps away to find some room. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Quarterback keeper. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, and creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return.
UCF 14.
He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Ready to go here in the second half, and Notre Dame will kick it away.
Set to kick this one away.
Fair catch called for and made. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
The give out of the gun. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They got it out to the 41 with a first down.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh, and they're hurting this defense.
Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Looking downfield, it's Jefferson. Fires to the big fella. On the move at the 30. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And the ball's on the ground. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And when you're on defense and it's wet and it's rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier. It gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it. There's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job by the defense forcing it with the assist from the weather.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Got a lot of running room. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Back to throw, it's Leonard. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down.
Makes the catch, and he will score. Touchdown, Irish. Wait, can I get the director to give me a replay of that? I want to count the defenders. 1, 2, 3. I mean, there's no way they had 11, right?
I mean, that is frustrating. Defensively, what are you taught? Like, make them earn it, right? Play man, press up on them, make them earn it, make them go the length of the field, don't give up big plays, or just give up big plays and don't have anybody in the camera shot and don't have anybody there to even miss a tackle.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Going downfield for the big play. It's complete. A huge pickup. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Notre Dame 35, UCF.
The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Picked off. Trying to take it back. The 40. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Here come the Irish back on offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this is
Open runway ahead. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
Turning to the running game on first and goal. Forges ahead for 1 to the 8-yard line.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. Smashes through the tackle. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the beatdown has ensued.
Well, these players came together. I've been so impressed, not just by the talent, but also by their composure. Handling this kind of environment in the first game of the season, this says a lot about the leadership in that locker room.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Boston College is up big right now in what's shaping up to be a blowout they'll be talking about in Chestnut Hill for a long time.
The offense basically has the whole field in front of them, backed up close to their own end zone. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Pushes the pile for a couple of yards down at the 12.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
To throw, it's Jefferson. Throws to the back. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Looking to scramble. He throws one to the left. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His third interception. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. How about that D coming up with a play like that?
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to pass. It's Jefferson. Starting to feel a little pressure. And he can find a receiver, and down he goes.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football was going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, you might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him like they did right there, getting the sack.
To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Finds his tight end. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
He'll pull it down. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation. Hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin. And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the 4th quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
Crosses the 30, he's got away. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the 4th quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much